I'm just going to throw it straight out and see what you guys have got to ask questions on.
Yes, I want to hear this one. This is very...
We've got the microphones, please.
The what later?
I'll send you the $5 for the nice comment.
For the nice comment. She's thinking she needs to be bribed.
I paid you to say it.
To give comments.
I didn't really.
I'm still
How to use
It's still morning, isn't
This is
it?
a good start. Yeah. Great.
How things work in England.
It's all bribery? Is that how you guys work?
Yes, yes.
Cool.
I like being bribed.
I've got a lollipop. My question is, what was it like working with Tamara?
Well, did we work together in Wynonna ever?
No.
We worked together?
Oh, yeah, the shower, but that's it. Really?
The shower?
Had a shower?
No, like the baby shower.
Oh!
I totally...
Guys, let's get it together. Get your mind out of the gutter, okay?
I was totally like, I missed
I was literally like, I feel like I would remember showering with you.
Last night, don't you remember?
That's
like,
right.
come on.
That was the party she was talking about. I didn't sleep.
Wynonna's baby shower.
Right.
That's
Of
the
course.
only time.
Right. That was the only time.
No, and when I talked about doing the baby shower, and you guys were like making out, and I
but
interrupted you.
the pool table.
The pool table.
Yeah, and Shorty's.
The pool and the shower.
That's awesome. We met how many years ago now? Five? Six?
No, more.
So how
No?
did you meet?
XX.
We met on a movie called My XX. Yeah, it was a rom-com.
Yeah.
We met. Yeah, that's right.
It was amazing.
Guys, we were originating all of this. This is amazing.
How long
How
ago
many years
was it?
ago was that?
That was a while. I think it was 7. No, 5.
I think it was 5 years
5.
ago. Yeah, so that was the first time we met, and that was
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah,
that
it
was super
was.
fun. We've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
We saw each other at the grocery store the other day because we live in the same neighborhood now.
Yeah.
In California.
Well, she hit me up a few days before. She's like, I moved. Let's hang out. And then I'm at the grocery store. She's at the grocery store. I was a hot mess. I'm like, move out of the way. I need my bok choy. Because she's tall, right? So I'm not looking at her face. I'm looking at her shoulder. And I'm like, who is this? This lady needs to move.
I think she used different words, though. Yeah.
And then she's like, fancy seeing you here. Crazy.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But how is it to work together? It's super fun. It's super fun to
Yeah.
work together, like, with somebody who you've become friends with years prior, and then you're now working on a different show. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's one of the beautiful things about working in Canada,
great.
I think,
Is it like
too.
a shorthand for when you're doing scenes together, or just because you know each other, or do you know when she's going to ad lib or do something that you're not going to expect, or is the trust there?
I think
trust
it's
is
a nice
there.
familiarity
Yeah,
and a
it
trust.
is, yeah.
Which
I
really
think
doesn't work for
flow.
Rosita and Nicole, actually.
I was just thinking that. I'm
Yeah.
like, that doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
So we have to actually fight
Against it.
against it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I just don't want to kiss you. Like, I know, right? I'm the only one. The only one. I'm like scared. I'm like, Emily, please do not write anything. I love you, but we're like just too close of friends. Like it would just be, right? You're like, hi, kiss
I'd be fine
anyone.
with it, but that's okay, I guess.
You're just staring at me. Like I don't know what you're thinking.
I kiss all my friends now.
No. I don't know. It's fine. Don't worry.
No.
We can make it work.
It's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
We'll
But
wait
I
for
feel like Rosita and Nicole should probably not be kissing.
No.
No, because
That would never happen.
They don't.
Unless I like have you in a dungeon or something and like tie you up.
Then we can talk.
Oh. That sounds.
Then you don't have a choice.
You don't-
Cast a spell. Spell.
There was. I'm going to get back to you, but now I've had some more tea. I've remembered a question that I want asked. In the previous panel, they were talking about how there was a body swap in the writing workshop that they were talking about who'd be good to body swap in the show, like on a magic spell, and kind of like I want to ask you guys as well, like. Who would you like Nicole to have to body swap with? So you'd have to play the different character, and also Rosita, who would you like, someone switch with?
Body swap.
Yeah. So that's actually a stolen question, not actually one of my own.
I would like to body swap Jeremy. I think
Chris,
that
yeah.
would be a fun energy to play.
Yeah.
So wait,
Yeah.
just so I'm understanding,
Yeah. So-
Katherine, the actor, play
Nicole.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't play Nicole. I play Jeremy.
So Nicole, so the characters, Nicole, this is a lot more detailed than I thought about.
Yeah.
So the characters,
Nicole
and
is playing Jeremy. Jeremy's playing Nicole. You have nothing to do with it.
No, I'm playing.
yes,
I'm
you.
body swapping.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Nicole has nothing to do with it.
Well,
No,
yeah.
She's with me.
What?
Yeah, Nicole has nothing to do with it. It's Katherine, the actor. It's like it's by audition for Jeremy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense, because you are already Nicole physically.
Well, I'm Katherine physically, but yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you'd like to play Jeremy?
I think that would be a
Yeah,
fun. That would be a
fun
fun
episode.
energy. I
Yeah.
like his. I love that Varun plays like this. His dialogue's so quippy and fast, and he's got this like. I love the bumbling, nervous energy. I think that would be really fun to play in for an episode. Yeah. Who would you choose?
Who would you like to play?
Doc.
Really?
I would love to play Doc. The hat, the accent.
Can you do because Jeremy was trying to do the accent earlier on, and it was just.
I can just do
Jeremy Varun was
thunderation.
trying to do the accent earlier on.
Thunderation.
Thunderation.
Does he? When did he say that? I feel like every time someone tries to imitate Doc, it's.
Oh, he like grabs the and he burns himself.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like thunderation. I don't know if I could.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I would have
Who
to
does
practice.
everybody say? Always Tim.
Varun, yeah, I think. Oh no, he was Bobo. He wanted a Bobby.
He wanted to. Oh, I
Yeah.
could. That would be
That
cool
one?
for
Yeah.
Jeremy. Not for me.
No,
I mean for him.
You for Doc
For Jer-
and Jeremy. Cool.
Or
Okay,
for
back to you
Varun.
guys. So many. So let's go here first because you were very quick putting your hand up, and then we're going to go.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
This is like a question for Tamara, and it's kind of two-part. So the first part is like, did you know Rosita was a Revenant at the beginning, like when you first auditioned, and
Did
like
I
when you
know
first,
she was a Revenant?
when you first started playing the character?
No.
Yeah.
I had no
Okay.
clue.
And the second half is like, how would it have affected your performance if you'd like known, like, would you play the character different or the relationships?
I think
between the
Emily
others?
purposely doesn't tell us much.
Right.
And it really works for story. And I think I would have possibly made different choices in retrospect, but that's the whole point of her not telling us, is so that we don't make different choices, and it really works for a story. She really knows what she's doing in that regard, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, so not knowing really helped with creating a more dynamic character, more multifaceted, I think. If I knew what I know now, then I would have played it maybe even more like one note. I don't know. Maybe not.
Thank you.
We had a question here.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could have a crossover with any other show, what would it be?
If what?
Crossover with
crossover.
any other show.
So bring our characters to another show.
Grey's Anatomy. No.
You know, guys, I've
Like,
auditioned
Rosita
for
could work
Once
in a
Upon a Time, like a
Billion times. I could totally see you on one. You're like a Once Upon a Time
I know,
girl.
that's
You
what I
need to
keep
be on
trying
that
to tell
show.
them. But I would really love to do Once Upon a Time, and then I'll just, if they don't want, I'll just bring Nicole then. That would be fun too.
Yeah.
I think she'd kind of fit into that world. She'd be like, old hat, I get it. You guys are like, what are that? Well, Disney characters, magical creatures, like in their world, what do they call themselves? Like they don't go, oh, I'm a Disney character.
No.
What do they
I'm
do?
a-
I'm a
Yeah.
princess. I'm a
Fairy tale?
fairy tale character. Fairy tale. There it is.
Fairy tale.
You.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like, that would be fun.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still thinking Grey's Anatomy.
Anatomy.
But like,
Rosita would like what, work in the lab or something? Because she's really smart.
yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick a show,
Grey's Anatomy is a great
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Sharp Objects. No, totally does not fit in that world. They walk in, demon eyes, like what's happening? Yeah, I think why not? It would be like so different.
I can totally see the lab thing though.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
lab.
Rosita's working in the
In the
lab.
lab.
Hiding
Yeah.
out and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
bit of doctor romance.
Yes. Yeah.
Fan fiction writers go with that
That's
idea.
it. No. Yeah. Exactly. No genre.
Okay, we have
A soap.
A soap.
soap opera. Oh, a British soap.
Coronation Street.
Can you imagine them in Coronation Street walking down the cobbles?
Can I tell you
Right.
guys are really funny? I have a cousin. His name's Andrew. He works in a prison. He's not in prison. He works in a prison. And he's like this big, like just a stereotypical jockey guy. And he loves Coronation Street. And he watches it all the time.
No way.
Yep,
Where
it's
does
the
he live?
funniest juxtaposition. In Canada. He's Canadian. I'm like, how did you?
Oh, you have
Show.
family out here?
Yeah. Anyways, fun. It's very funny.
You got to take a photo of him watching.
I do. Yeah.
Drinking tea.
Drinking tea,
Drinking
watching
tea,
Coronation Street.
Street. I would love to see you both in like Rosita and Nicole in Coronation Street. That would be so much fun. Okay, we had a question back here, and then we're going to come across the room to you.
Hi guys. My question is, so Nicole is a sheriff now, and do you think it's gonna change her personality? And if Rosita is coming back, how would she react knowing that Waverly tried to shoot her and stuff like that?
Ooh.
Do you want to take it first?
No, I'll let you do it.
You gotta think. Gotta give it a think.
Give it a think.
Ooh, that's a great question. I think it will change her personality a little bit because I think she's just got to keep her cards a little closer to her chest because she's in charge of the whole department now, and I think with that responsibility, it's going to have to shift her a little bit. Maybe not in her private life, but I think it's interesting to see how that shift of power might trickle into her private life. Because it does, right? And it's hard to keep things separate. And yeah, I do think it's going to change her a little bit. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it comes out.
Give me the question again.
How do you think Rosita, if she's coming back, how do you think she would react now that Waverly shot her? Like how?
Oh, yeah. Completely different, I think. Now that Waverly shot her,
Yeah.
I think there was like I don't know. I don't think Waverly wanted to, and Rosita knew that Waverly didn't want to, but it was like they had a moment of like, this is necessity, like this has to be done. And that's why it turned blue too. That's just my thought process. I think it turns blue. This is just what I think. I think it turns blue because the person behind the gun has mercy. That's just, it's a theory.
That's a good one.
But it's going to be interesting to see how she comes back, if she comes back, what happens, or how everyone will take her in or not take her in or be very skeptical. Because everyone was pretty skeptical of her at the beginning.
Yeah, I almost just gave away a huge spoiler. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Take a moment.
Thank God I shut my mouth. Huh. I just remembered what episode we were on, and I was about to be like, well, you know,
No.
never mind.
Green room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to remember for later, though?
I'll remember for
Okay.
later. You guys will see it in like a few weeks' time. Can you
Okay.
believe we just aired, what aired here last
9.
night? 8?
8. Oh.
8 last night.
8.
Or Friday.
Friday.
And some people.
And
I watched 9.
9.
You guys, yeah.
8 here. 8 here, 9 in the US.
Yeah.
I'm only on 7 because, you know, I have to come here on Friday night, so. No spoilers.
Slacker.
I just want to see.
Slacker.
I want to see hot drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
I might just rewatch that one.
You know what's fun about being drunk? Because then because I came from a theater background, so I always have this fear of being a bit too big for camera.
yeah.
And so when I'm drunk, I don't have to worry about it.
No.
Which is the best.
Like,
It's like you can do whatever you want. It's so freeing.
We had a question there.
Hi.
Hi.
So, do you think that if Rosita returns, that Nicole and her could be friends? And if so, what do you think they would do when they hang out together?
Fun question.
Puzzles. No.
I think they would be friends because I think Nicole has a really.
But something has to happen where like Rosita saves Hot or something. I don't know. Something has to happen where like it brings them together. It can't be like I don't know. Like that trust is built, or like. Makes
Yeah,
sense?
but I think Nicole has such a good instinct for people to know when they've changed.
Okay.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I just feel like she would forgive Rosita in a way. I
And
don't
they
know
both
why,
have good
because
hearts.
she's so like loyal to her family, which is the Earps. But I, for some reason, feel like she would want to bring you in. I think maybe because she knows what it feels like to be an outsider, So maybe when she
Oh,
knew that
that's- yeah.
Rosita was truly sorry, she would want to,
But how would you know she's true?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only instinct. How do you know anyone's truly sorry?
Yeah.
You don't. What would they do together if they were friends, though? Do you think Wynonna would get jealous?
We're at the bar together.
I think she would, like secretly.
Secretly,
she'd be like,
she'd
I
be
don't
like-
want to be friends with you hot on the outside, but on the inside I do. And
Yeah.
now you're friends with Rosita.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think she'd be a little jealous.
I think she'd be jealous.
For sure. She's like, Rosita's back, and now she's taking hot. Jeez. What would we do together? I find that the bar is always a good place to start.
Maybe we could go bowling.
Bowling. I could see
Bowling's
us
really
bowling.
fun activity.
Do you think we would be competitive?
Yeah.
I think Hot and Rosita would have a competitive
But it would be
streak.
a fun
Fun,
competitiveness.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they'd be really competitive.
Yeah. What?
A fight.
A fight.
A
To
fight
clear the
scene?
air. A fight.
That'd be fun, too.
Sparring?
Are you a good spar?
No.
I mean, I'm
I'm like flailing.
really? No, Tamara.
No, yeah, I can spar.
Can you?
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We should, we're in LA. We should
We'll go boxing together.
Yes. I boxed for 3 years.
Okay, you're way better than I am. Yeah.
I didn't do full, I did kickboxing.
Oh.
Yeah, kickboxing.
Does anybody else in here box?
Yeah.
Really? No one? Just one person? I'm
Oh,
surprised.
two people. There's some-
I'm surprised by that. I love boxing.
Yeah,
I find it
boxing's
very
great.
cathartic. Anyways, a little bit
This
of
is going
tangent
a
there.
direction.
This is going a different direction. Any other questions?
We've got some questions. Yes, down here, and then we'll come to you guys. Or we're going to come to you first. Okay, and then we'll go. No, you go to the Czech,
On Wilshire?
lovely Czech
We should go.
lady,
Do a class.
and then
Pilates,
to you.
boxing.
Okay.
Hi, I have a question for Kat. I just want to thank you for the speech you gave at the Green Ribbon Club, because it made me feel less alone, because you said that you feel the same things, and it gets better. And I wanted to ask, would you like to play a character that has mental health issues, or direct or produce a show or something about mental health?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because I've actually really thought a lot about that and I'm really wanting to do that. I don't know if I would rather play it or direct it, though.
I think you should direct it.
Yeah, that would be a hard one, but it's so funny you say that, because I would like to work on something that talks a little bit more about mental health, but not a story about mental health, just a character living their life who has that daily struggle, and to see how it's being like coped with, I think would be really great. And I think that's another form of storytelling that we don't see enough of, and I hope that there will be more of. So yeah, I would. Here, universe, please drop a script in my lap. It's so much about the right story, though. You've got it, like the script has to be so done right, and I think I would be nervous to work on something, because there's so many opinions about how to do it, and everyone's experience with mental health is so different that I think it would be really tricky. It would be tricky to approach, but I would love the opportunity one day to try. Yeah, for sure.
And then we're down to the front for the question.
Hi.
I've got a theory, but first, so I think you're going to become a bit of a baddie in series 4.
Yeah, I hope so.
Waverley's, we think, is an angel, so she's going to be the goodie. And Tamara, I think you'll come back and you'll help Waverley cure Nicole. So with your science
got theories.
and everything like that, so that's maybe how you'll come back into it, maybe, I don't know. Question for you. If you are a baddie, what is going to be your like superpower, and what do you think Waverley's kind of superpower will be also? What do you think?
Your superpower.
I almost want to be a baddie, like a human baddie. I don't know if I want a superpower. I almost want to be a normal person who turns bad. I think that would almost be more interesting.
Yeah. I don't.
But what do you think? Do you have some theories?
No, I think Nicole's like the only like human
Yeah.
in the bunch.
I think
And I don't
it's-
want her to be like supernatural just to be supernatural.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's so important to have that like the other side of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
And I think if you are bad, it's from a place of like heartbreak. It's, yeah, it's not from a place, it's from a place, I know, oh God, sorry. No, but I mean like, how would she become bad? Why would she be bad? What would bring her there?
Yeah.
Like what makes people get to that point? And it's circumstance.
Or maybe she snaps. Like maybe there's
Oh,
a
yeah,
mental
there's a
health
snap.
tie-in. I don't know. Maybe like, I'd love to play her dealing with like some serious PTSD or something that just breaks inside her. So, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, like human, something human.
Something human.
Emily, where are you?
And that's not like a baddie thing, but I would just love to see like her darkness a little bit.
Yeah.
But if we're going fun, I still would like to breathe underwater.
Wouldn't we all?
I think, I wonder about the power of manipulation. Like the power to rejig people's thoughts a little bit or make them remember something differently than it actually happened, I think would be really interesting. And Waverly's superpower, well, we're starting to see it a little bit, her healing power. I almost wonder, you know, the ultimate test of healing, would it be healing the person you love the most? I don't know. But I think the fact that it would probably suck something out of her to heal somebody else would be interesting, that self-sacrificing a little bit. Yeah.
Cool.
Good question.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah. More questions? Down here at the front.
I love your shirt. It's really cute.
When you shoot an emotional scene, what do you do not to bring those emotions home? Like,
That's a really good question. So the question is, when you shoot an emotional scene, what do you do so you don't bring the emotions home? Sometimes it can be really, really difficult not to do that. I think, like, what do you do?
What do I take a bath. Is that weird? I take an Epsom. I think salt is very purifying and cleansing. I do like sage in a bath, and I feel a lot better. It's hard to shake sometimes, though. I'll be honest. Sometimes when you do a scene and it gets to your core, or like it, because I find that acting is so correlated with lessons in your life. Writing helps me too. I mean, those three things are pretty much, yeah.
Interesting. I think the shower, going home, taking a shower, or a bath or something like
a bath,
with water is good.
Like
I also
like
think
salts.
just doing something else, like I'll watch another show or read a book or just something to pull me into a different story, a different world.
Yeah.
I think really helps me too. Something to pull you out. Yeah.
Got some more questions here, and then there.
Hi, it's kind of linked to what got asked a minute ago. So you didn't know that Rosita was going to be a revenant. And last year, Shamir said that he didn't get told when he started acting weird, as dolls started to just sort of go gradually more and more dragon. He didn't actually know what was coming, what he was meant to be turning into. Did you ever wonder about Nicole? Like, you had other people turning out to not be human? Or did you, like, feel safe? Or do you still wonder?
I always felt like she would stay human. Because I think, like Tamara said, it's like Nicole's kind of a representation of the audience in the story, a little bit for me, because she's the human touchstone. So she's the objective, like, this is weird, kind of person who's not used to the supernatural at the beginning, and we follow Nicole's journey of discovery of this weird place and these creatures and how this world works as the audience, I think, too. As we learn more, she's learning more. And I think that's why I don't know about her being supernatural. I mean, I trust Emily with, like, every ounce of my soul, but I feel like...
And your soul is gone.
No, like, I just know that whatever she would choose would be the right decision, but I feel like I like Nicole as a human, and I never had the fear that she would, or the fear, or the suspicion, or the excitement. I never thought that she would become supernatural. I mean, now it's season 4, so who knows? You know, we got to pull something new out of the hat, but I think I liked her. I like her so far as a human. Yeah. And sometimes you're, sorry. No. Sometimes, so there is definitely a part of me that's like, I want a magic gun, or I want to, you know, because it's fun, or I want, you know, I want to grab people with tree branches and encase them in something. I don't know, just something cool, but I like that she's kind of the audience touch point.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, my question is for Kat. My favorite character is Calamity Jane.
She's very talented. Calamity Jane is actually played by a boy cat.
Probably, yes. But I'm a little bit concerned because your character is always with Waverley at the Earp sisters' homestead, which is great.
Who is with Calamity?
But my concern, especially when we saw her her and him, we'll call her this my Calamity Jane, I assume is a girl.
He's a very talented actor.
Okay, we'll say it's a boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Calamity Jane
Yeah.
is huge. So who's feeding the cat when you're away? My theory in the beginning, it has to be Nedley all the time, but do you have something else? Is there an automatic food dispenser all the time?
Yeah.
Or do you have lots of rats?
So
and
funny. I have had this exact same thought as you. I'm like, she's never home. Who's with the cat?
You have a cat person that comes over, kind of like a dog walker.
Oh, maybe. I think it's Nedley. I think Nedley's a lot tighter with that cat than he leads on. Yeah, I think Nedley's feeding Calamity. And I think
It is a big cat.
Yeah, I think Nedley might even, take Calamity when Nicole's not going to be home with her sheriff duties for a while. He might just take Calamity for a couple weeks to his place, now that he's kind of like, taking a load off. But I also think Nedley is going to be a busy guy. So, Calamity. Cute. But I didn't meet Calamity season 2, so I don't know if it was the same cat, season 1 and season 2. It does. I was looking, being like, I think that cat's a bigger cat.
Yeah.
Maybe Calamity was actually a young kitten younger in season 2. It's definitely a different cat, isn't it?
It's definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny.
Okay. Question. We're going here with the glasses. You've walked past there, and then we're going to go there in that general direction. Just behind the glasses. I was so good at this yesterday. It's like, go.
Hi. I was wondering that the way that Rosita is coming back, that would Nicole still be harboring some feelings about the kiss between Waverly and Rosita? I know it's been put to bed between them themselves, but like she hasn't gotten a chance to like speak to Rosita about it. So how do you think that would go? Like, do you think that would be a big, not necessarily a big thing, but like
something they would need to talk about?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? No.
Yeah, let's talk about it now. I just think Nicole's so solid that she wouldn't be concerned, and she knew it was like an honest slip that happened. And I feel like her and Waverly have talked about it so much, she almost, out of respect for her partner, would be like, if she's good, I'm good. Like, put it to bed. But maybe that's the less dramatic choice.
Put it to bed.
Put it to bed, not you.
No, not me.
I don't know. I feel like, I know we're all with the double entendres today. I feel like, but maybe it would be good to see them talk about it. I think it would be nice from an audience perspective to see that conversation happen, for sure. But I also feel like when you're in a relationship and you talk to your partner first and about that with them, and if they're like, I've handled it, you have to respect that too. So I feel like for Nicole to go and like pick at the thing that's already been dealt with, maybe actually more of a slight to Waverly.
And it's like happened so long ago.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of relationships at the beginning of time, it's like, oh, we like each other, but we're kind of seeing other people, but we don't really know. And then that needs to happen for you to be like, no, I really do like this person. And that was like 2 years ago. So it's like for you to go back and be like, 2 years ago when you pecked my wife on the...
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
But I also feel like so much time has passed and you guys are so solid that doesn't even...
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
But I agree with you that it might be nice to see the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you kissed, I'm sorry. Okay, we're good. Done.
Yeah.
Squashed. Got a question back there, just that line, yeah.
Hi there.
Hi.
I was wondering how does Nicole becoming a chef is going to affect her relationship with Waverly and Wynonna? And also for Tamara, what circumstances is going to be, you think, for Rosita to come back?
What circumstances will it be when Rosita?
How would you like?
How
to
would
see
I
it?
like her to come back? Oy, there's so many different options. I think redemption, like I said before, I think it's like she's always in search of she's always on the run, and she's a survivor. That the only true family that she's seen in a long time is you guys. So for her, it's like she wants to come back and apologize for what she did.
Be part of a family.
Be a part of like a community and a family, and yeah, because she's a lone wolf.
Lonely,
Yeah, she's a lone wolf, and she's probably tired of that. So it's like having and seeing how you guys came together and how you guys are as a family, and wanting to be a part of that.
What did she do for work in like her
She's
first life?
in her first life. I think she's been around for a long time.
No, she has.
Yeah.
Do you know what she did?
I think in her first, like
in her original life.
in her original life, back then during the dock days.
Yeah.
I think she
Do you
was
know?
always tending bar,
Oh, okay.
but just super smart. Well, you thought she was like
I wanted her to be like the first woman chemist. Or
first woman, yeah.
Yeah, because how did you learn all that stuff?
School. I went to school.
But did she?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Still,
But
it's
I think it's
cool.
important
It's
for
cool
her
to
to,
think about.
to keep, like, I wish she was like, I created the Advil gel capsule. I don't know. But it's so important for her to stay on the DL.
Yeah.
DL means down low, guys, just saying.
Yeah, that's, I'm trying to translate.
It's so important for her to stay, like, kind of in the shadows, because she lives forever. So people start to question that. So, I mean, for her to be like the first woman chemist, it's like she's in the light.
People would know.
She can't be in the media.
She can't be like out there.
Maybe she actually invented a whole bunch of like vaccinations. And
I
things
think
like
she
that,
totally
and she
invented
gave
a lot
it
of
away
things.
to other people.
Yes.
The formulas.
I think she invented a lot of things. She was on Shark Tank all the time. Dragon's
But
Den.
maybe in her
Yeah.
past lives she had to like give up her formulas.
Yeah,
For the
she's had to give up a
sake
lot of
humanity.
things for, and not get recognition for a lot of things. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's
How
a
do-
cool backstory.
That's really
Yeah.
yeah. I like
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
Because that also, like, I think says a lot about someone's personality, because everyone's always looking for recognition.
Yeah.
And
to give
like,
such like
for-
life-saving things away with no recognition is pretty. Maybe
Yeah,
that's what
humbling.
redeems her.
where it
Someone's
comes-
dying of something, and the vaccination that saves them was made by Rosita.
And there we go.
Chickenpox.
Season 4 is all sorted. Excellent. And now for you.
Hot. I think that the hard thing with Waverly and Hot, with her new responsibilities, is that she's not going to have as much. It's going to be harder to make time for the relationship, which is inevitably going to cause. They're going to have to work a lot harder. And I think with Wynonna, it's going to be amazing because there's going to be so much friction. Because Wynonna's kind of in charge of Supernatural, and Nicole's in charge of, you know, the everyday kind of surface level of purgatory. So I think the fact that it's going to force them into more shenanigans, more win-hot, is
I like
okay by
that.
me. I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like a real problem in everyday life. Like, you're working too much. Like, where's like
Yeah.
you know, having like it's a real relationship problem where it's like, when do I come first? When do I come first?
Yeah.
And then feeling like you're second fiddle to a job or to a cat or whatever.
Yeah. I don't think we really will
A cat-
ever be
be
second fiddle
to anything, but
but
yes.
I think it's going to be
But she
really
might
tough.
feel that way,
But
and
she
she's
might
like,
feel that way.
yeah,
And Nicole, I think, would feel really guilty
guilty
for that.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
So I think it's going to be challenging, but I think it's going to be nice to see. I do, that dynamic come into play. Because it's
Yeah.
very real, like you said. Like, it's a huge life thing for anyone who's been in long-term relationships. When you get promoted, everyone's like, how's your relationship doing? Like, it's good, it's fine.
Got a question here. Pass it down, or...
Devil Wears Prada, that's where that's from. Did anyone see Devil Wears Prada?
Oh,
When
yeah.
Stanley Tucci's character's like, you're gonna rise to the top, like, wait till your whole life's falling apart. They're in like the, does anyone know what I'm talking about? Yes, okay, great, okay.
Hello, I've got a question
Hi.
for my friend here. She wants to know, you both worked on My XX together, and she just wondered if there was any stories you could tell us from that movie.
Stories?
That
from
movie was an
XX?
interesting time.
It was an interesting time for both of us because we were both struggling actors. Like, I remember us being in Toronto, we were sitting on the grass, and you're like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, you gotta keep going, Kat.
Yeah, that's true. We were both having a bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
And you were about to move.
I was about to move to the States. Yeah,
Yep.
and you were like debating whether you wanted to continue to produce or act, and I said, you need to continue acting.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
producing will take you to the acting. I mean,
Yeah.
the acting will take you to the producing.
Yeah, but not the
She's
other
an
way
amazing
around.
producer director. I'm sure you guys all know. But yeah.
Oh, man.
You're like
Yeah. That was a time. I remember that. We had lunch on the grass in the park, and I remember because I had this whole complex that if I produced, people wouldn't see me as an actor. And I was really afraid to get known as someone who produced stuff because I'm really good at the logistics of it, but it's not what I wanted to do at all. It was very much a means to an end, and I was really nervous about continuing because I was getting a reputation for being really good at it, and it's not what I wanted. But I couldn't book a job to save my life. Yeah. Yeah, it was a hard time, so it was fun. It was really...
It's so good to go through that kind of stuff with your friends.
Yeah. Well, and then just to see, now we're sitting on this
Panel,
yes!
like what?
Yes!
With the room that is full. It's insanity. We didn't even know we were doing a panel together. She walked in the
Until
group, she's like,
about
Stan, we're
20
doing a
minutes
panel
ago.
together. I'm like, I thought it was like Kat, you and I was just gonna like check out and you guys were gonna be like, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no. Like, what am I gonna say? What are you gonna say?
How fun is this, though? What a moment. Yay, we survived.
So amazing. So amazing.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, if only we'd known some little fairy come down and go, just wait 5 years.
Wait 5 years.
Yeah.
and where
5
you'll
years,
be.
and you're like,
5
no, I
years is a
can't wait
long
5 years.
time when you're in your early 20s. You're like, that's forever.
Yeah.
It's a quarter of my life.
We've got time for one last question, and I think it's from the back there.
Hi.
Hi.
We were talking to Tim earlier about how he used to like the Avengers and he was really into it. So I was wondering if there was any like nerdy stuff that you guys were into before you got on the show.
Why can't I hear anything?
Nerdy stuff that you were into.
I just have a hearing problem. I think I really
It's
do.
hard with the mics with the
I'm
reverb.
like, no, I really do have a hearing problem. But anyway, sorry.
So,
okay, what was it?
nerd.
It was, I'm sitting right beside you. I think you have a listening problem. Yeah.
You have a hearing problem.
Oh my God. What is happening?
The question is, did you have any nerdy, well, I was really into Sailor Moon.
You didn't answer me.
I'm going to answer you with my answer. I was
go.
really nerdy stuff. I was really into Sailor Moon.
Me too.
I loved Sailor Moon. Did
Sailor
you?
Venus.
That was your one.
Yeah, I
was Jupiter, because she was
Okay.
sporty and had brown hair.
Okay.
Yeah. I loved that. What else was I really into? I'm into real nerdy stuff. That's cool nerdy stuff. I follow This Old House on HGTV. You know, I'm into redecorating and refinishing furniture and real nerd stuff. That's you're into the Avengers, you're cool.
Yeah.
What else? What other, were you into any franchise?
I like HGTV. I need to have that.
Yeah.
I like the Pawn
HGTV,
stuff.
I don't know if you guys will have it.
It's like
home and garden television.
yeah,
Right.
It's amazing.
Oh my God.
They have Pawn. I love that Pawn show. The American. Oh my God.
American Storage Wars.
Yes.
They open
Love
up,
that.
this is the best
The
one.
best.
It's like treasure hunting.
They open up like storages and then people like
Storage units.
storage units. So good.
But did you
Yeah.
have any like franchise? I was really into Sailor Moon. I had the CD. Did anyone have the Sailor Moon soundtrack?
I collected the
Yes.
cards.
down here.
Did you collect the cards
No,
in
but
a
I
book?
had the dolls.
Yeah, the dolls. I collected like the trading cards.
Ah.
Yeah, they're like 25 cents. So expensive back then.
That is a lot for a
That's
card.
a lot.
Yeah,
And then you would
back
go in
then.
the machine and put it in the machine and then you would get cards. Me and my younger sister collected trading cards, Sailor Moon trading cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
I would love them to remake Sailor Moon a la Power Rangers, and I would like to be in it.
In it.
You wanna be
Can
in
we do
it?
that?
Sure.
Just write
Well,
it.
you're a
Yeah,
producer.
let's buy the franchise.
Right, exactly.
I'm sure it's very
Fine.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a producer. You could do that, and then you can have a panel next time.
Be like, 5 years
five
from now.
years
be
from
like,
now.
But why haven't they done the Sailor Moon thing?
I'm surprised. Has they done Sailor Moon with like
real
actual
people.
humans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
They have.
No.
Was it any
Was
good?
it? Yeah. Does it?
Okay, great. So
It
we
needs
can
to be
remake it.
rebooted.
It needs
Okay.
to be
We need
redone.
remade.
So
That's
we-
actually really my whole brain is like.
So we've sorted out what you're going to be doing for the next 5 years.
Perfect. Oh, good.
I'm sure we'll all be at that panel, but what I want to do is thank you for being on this panel today.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. What does that say? Oh. Oh my God.
It's the new black. We love the Italian. Okay, shall we go?
I think you gotta get up.